All right, so that is how the day ensued. Just a short while back, you have an official statement coming in from the Congress suggesting that we wanted to support the NC government from outside. We didn't want to be a part of it. Our motive is to establish full statehood, taking the high moral ground. Was it really so? Because sources detail a very different story, viewers, suggesting that the Congress wanted 2 cabinet berths. They were given only 1, or offered only 1 from the National Conference at the cost, because they only had 6 MLAs. And the NC had 42, and that didn't go down very well with the Congress. What's the true story? Were they sidelined or high moral ground? Let's cut across to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party; Onika Mehrotra, National Spokesperson, Congress; Ifra Jan, Spokesperson, National Congress. Cutting across to the Congress spokesperson first. Onika Mehrotra, what is the true story? Because what seems to suggest is that you wanted 2 cabinet berths despite getting only 6 MLAs where Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. You were denied the 2, said take 1. You said no thank you, support from outside. And now you are pretending to take the high moral ground, suggesting that we only wanted to support the government from outside. If that was the intention, why was this alliance even brokered? You could have fought this election independently and then support the government from outside.
Preeti ji, unlike the BJP, there's never a pretense while the Congress has any agenda. There are never jumlas. The Congress works very honestly and ensures that the people of Jammu Kashmir are in safe hands. People of Jammu Kashmir get the rights that they deserve. And that is why our agendas are very clear when we fought the elections. Today, the priority is that this beautiful state like Jammu and Kashmir has been deteriorated to union territory. So our first focus is that at any cost, the statehood of the people of Jammu Kashmir should be restored. And that is the main motive, and there are no pretense, there are no sideline stories, no matter what your sources or haywires might say.
Forget about sources. Onika Mehrotra, forget about sources. Answer a very basic question. Politics is not charity. Politics is politics. You fight an election to get into governance and to make changes for the betterment of the people. That is what it really boils down to. It's not charity where you fight an election to have 0 stake in governance. You don't do that. So why here?
Preeti ji, neither is politics charity, neither is it jumla. It is for the people so that we can work for the benefit of it. Remember that, when we put in our manifesto, we spoke about the haq of Jammu Kashmir. We spoke how the domiciles were given to outsiders. We spoke how, there was youth were unemployed.
Fair
how
point.
Much of drugs were, pumped in, and how the LG's misrule was taking place. And hence, we are thankful to the Supreme Court that the, election have taken place after 10 years. And that is
Onika Mehrotra, bring in Sanju Verma. Now tell me something. For the people who have voted you in Jammu and Kashmir, the true essence of that would have been when you are a part of governance, where you have cabinet ministries and you effect the changes that you promised and not support a government from outside. That is exactly how you deliver on your promises.
So
all right, you can shake your head, ma'am. I'll come back to you.
You mean to say that just a tagline of a minister will suffice? No.
Ma'am, how does governance happen? Governance happens.
What do you mean by a suffice of a cabinet?
I'll tell you what I mean.
What happens ahead? How do you know?
Ma'am, you can choose to attack me, but it's not what I mean. I'll tell you what I mean. Anyone fights an election to be part of governance to deliver to their people.
My intent is not to attack you at all. My intent is to put forth the exact fact of the matter, what has happened in Jammu and Kashmir. I was posted there for the last 20-25 days. So I know exactly how you're working on the ground for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. So it's not that, and the post is still vacant.
Let me say this. If tomorrow in Maharashtra, are you going to be, and I'll get in Sanju Verma, I'm coming to you, but I just want to put this question out there. You can think about it. In Maharashtra tomorrow, can you say that even though you're fighting it in alliance, you don't want to be chief minister, you will support the government if you come to power from outside, because that's what you want to do? Because you have, that's the essence of true politics. It's not, ma'am. I'll come back to you. Ponder over that question. Ma'am, allow me to open up the panel. Ponder over that question. Sanju Verma, to pull you in on this debate. Today, Ms. Verma, the BJP should be happy because even though, the NC has one formed government, but in terms of representation, because that is what the mandate told us, that there were two very different sides of the story and two extreme mandates that came out. One diametrically different in Jammu and in the Jammu region, and the other from Kashmir. The sheer fact that it's happened in your term where you've had a deputy representing Jammu and a Hindu face, but today the NC has done that. So something is truly changing where Kashmir is concerned.
Preeti, thanks for having me over. I did not interject the Congress spokesperson. I will just make a couple of points because, she tried her level best to digress from the pertinent questions that you put forth, but she could not give a coherent answer. And I don't blame her because she's sitting here to defend the indefensible. Please keep quiet. I did not interject you.
She's not talking to you. Ma'am, she was addressing the camera person.
Ma'am, you can't.
Let's not get into any personal attacks. Let's all take a deep breath. Nobody is commenting on each other. Let's just get Sanju Verma.
Have some
Go
decency,
ahead.
please. Sanju
Verma, make your point.
Don't just go about blurting anything and everything.
Ma'am, don't interject. Can I just get Sanju Verma? Can I just get Sanju Verma? Go ahead, Ms. Verma, make your point.
Thank you, Preeti. Preeti, first and foremost, let's be very, very clear. Your audience needs to know this, that the Jammu and Kashmir election was not only the first in 10 years, but also the first after the historic abrogation of Article 370, which happened in August 2019. That makes it even more relevant to contemporary times. The second and most important point is for the entire Congress cabal and for the other side, which said that, Jammu Kashmir mein to elections will be rigged. Jammu Kashmir elections were held under the glare of Indian journalists, and even foreign diplomats. Point number 3, people said that, Jammu Kashmir elections will be a sham. Participation is not going to be anything much to write home about. And I have the figures with me. Riyasi Rajouri, the voting percentage was more than 70%. In Poonch also more than 73%. In places like Badgam and Gandarbal more than 62%. So the third point is that there was massive voter participation, which is always good news for democracy. But coming to your question about the Congress, and I will just say one thing. She spoke for 3 minutes and she used the word Jumla 3 times. जुमलाबाजी कौन कर रहा है? ये जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता ने कांग्रेस को आईना दिखा दिया है. If the Congress still wants to behave like the proverbial ostrich with its head buried deep in the sand and wants to blame BJP for its own debilitating electoral performance in Jammu Kashmir, good luck to them. I want to say one thing. In Jammu, there are 43 seats and there are 30 Hindu dominant seats in terms of population. Out of these 30 Hindu dominant seats, Preeti, the BJP won 29, which is a strike rate of 97%. The Congress got just 1 seat, which is a strike rate of 3.4% or 2.3%, whichever way you look at it. The limited point I'm making is that the Congress was supposed to be a force to reckon with, but the Jammu Kashmir election was a two-way horse. One led by the BJP in the Jammu region, the other led by the National Conference in the Kashmir region. And the Congress has been lock, stock and barrel rejected. No, you gave her 3 minutes. Let me just finish. Let me make a couple of more important points.
Your 3 minutes are over and you know it.
Just 20 seconds, Preeti, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to say this. People said abrogation of 370 nahi hoga, humne karke dikhaya. People said J&K Reorganization Act will not be amended. Humne karke dikhaya. People said the Delimitation Commission will never come to a logical conclusion. Humne karke dikhaya. The Delimitation Commission, worked wonderfully well. And most importantly, logon ne kaha election kabhi honge hi nahi Jammu Kashmir mein. Today the cabal which was doubting, ki democracy khatre mein hai, they have a nice big fat omelette on their faces.
All right. So, fair point. Representation, especially where Jammu is concerned. My question was not about the Congress, ma'am. It was that you should be happy that there was representation given to Jammu, where the BJP had fared very, very well. That was what the question was. But, there's a flip side to it also, Ms. Verma, and we'll come back and address it. If the BJP was that confident, why didn't you fight elections in the valley? You did, because that's what the political landscape of Jammu and Kashmir is, and you have to accept it.